This is our first Inkscape tutorial, and this corresponds to Illustrator 1. So I want you to save it as ill1.gif. Open that up. And there's stroke and there's fill, and I want to make a little medallion, little metal. So I'll click on my star. And I will make my star like that. So we don't see those. So now we'll see how many points we have, and we can go up. I want something like this. Now we'll go down one. Get rid of this. So with this selected, I don't want my fill to be that big. And so you can go to Object, Stroke and Fill, and then that will bring up this window. And to make it smaller, I can click on it. Oops. And Stroke Style, and take it down as far as I want. Let's say I want to change the color of the stroke. The stroke is what is on the inside. The stroke is what is on the outside. The fill is what's on the inside. So I can change that any color I want. If I scroll along here, find a suitable color. I'm going for medallion. Then for the stroke, the line around that, I hold the Shift key down. And while it's held down, I can change that color. Now I've got this kind of star-like thing, and I can make it bigger and smaller, make it the size I want. If I click twice, I can spin it. If I click twice really fast, there we go. And then if I take these, I can move these around. I can kind of make these points bigger and smaller. So that's sort of what I want to do. Let's go back and make it bigger again. Now I've got the top part here. Notice that I can make these rounded. I can make them flat. I can do whatever I want, take them back the way they are. Same thing here for the ends. But I'm pretty happy with that. So let's click away from there. And if we take this tool here, this is our pen tool, and we can click make the bottom part, the ribbon part here. And let's do the same thing. Let's go for fill. And this is no fill. So we can click on there and choose a blue color. I like this blue color there. And once again, we'll hold down the Shift and make that color like that. Go back to Stroke Style. Make the stroke a little bigger so it's visible. And so now, oops. So now we have a problem. If I take this and move it, I want that to be So, a lighter. There we go. So that's what these are down here. And you can see here that you can lower it all the way back. Either one of these will work. So now that's in the back. And we'll click off. And we can just put first place here. And we can make that any size we want, any font we want. Oops, Arial black. There we go. Not any color, of course, but that's what I want. So we have our first piece that we've done with stroke and fill. Now, if we just save that, it'll save as a Inkscape. And you get one option, save as PNG. So let's do that. Let's just save that, export it. And it says here it's saved onto, well, we could export as, probably be better. Save it on a desktop. Here we go. Randomly saved as bitmap. Now with that, you can take this one here and then whatever you're using, if you're using GIMP or if you're using Photoshop, probably won't be using Photoshop if you do this in Inkscape. And from there, you can export it as a GIF. And I want you to call this Illustrator 1. And this is on the desktop. And don't forget to make yourself also a thumb if you want. So that would be 1 inch. And do the same thing. Export that as a GIF. But be sure to make this one a underscore thumb. And that is your very first tutorial in Inkscape. And you can email me those for now.